A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant turn of events, Sir Keir Starmer is gearing up for a confrontation with Mayor of London, Sir Sadiq Khan, and Labour backbenchers as he aims to secure approval for a third runway at Heathrow Airport. The West London Airport has recently unveiled its ambitious £50 billion expansion plan, which is projected to increase its capacity by a staggering 80%, accommodating up to 150 million passengers annually. This proposal has garnered backing from the Prime Minister and the Chancellor, who assert that airport expansion is vital for stimulating Britain's economic growth. However, the plans have sparked a fierce backlash from Mayor Khan, a longtime opponent of the third runway, and several Labour backbenchers. Khan has voiced his concerns, stating that expanding the airport is incompatible with the UK's net zero carbon emissions target. The potential for a legal challenge from Khan looms large, with ministers fearing that such a move could delay the expansion for years, even if the challenge is ultimately unsuccessful. In response, the Prime Minister is reportedly willing to introduce new legislation aimed at preventing Khan from pursuing legal avenues to block the project. This includes planning reforms designed to dismantle the so-called challenge culture, which Starmer claims has impeded critical infrastructure projects in the past. A government source indicated that they are considering measures to limit the ability of campaigners to utilize judicial reviews to halt infrastructure developments. The opposition to the third runway has been persistent, with environmental advocates raising alarms about the potential ecological impact of increased flights. Khan has reiterated his skepticism, emphasizing that the introduction of hundreds of thousands of additional flights each year would undoubtedly have a detrimental effect on the environment. While he has not definitively stated whether he will seek a judicial review once the plans are formally submitted, he has made it clear that he will explore all options available to respond to the expansion proposal. John McDonnell, the former Shadow Chancellor and MP for Hayes and Harlington, has pledged to vigorously oppose the Heathrow expansion, asserting that he is already in discussions with local leaders about mounting a legal challenge. He has even allocated funds for what he anticipates will be a lengthy court battle, expressing confidence in the historical success of past legal actions against the expansion. Meanwhile, Rachel Reeves, a key figure in reviving the third runway project, has expressed her unwavering support for the expansion as part of her broader strategy for economic growth. Allies of the Chancellor have indicated that Reeves is determined to see the project through, insisting that it is essential for maintaining Britain's status as a global business hub. The Chancellor has echoed this sentiment, asserting that the new proposals from Heathrow mark a significant step toward expanding the airport, which he claims will bolster investment, enhance trade, and create up to 100,000 jobs. Heathrow's £49 billion plan entails constructing a new runway to the northwest of the airport, extending over the M25 motorway. The expansion would also involve building 2 new terminal buildings and enhancing existing facilities, with annual flights projected to rise from 480,000 to as many as 756,000. The new 2.2-mile landing strip is expected to accommodate 150 million passengers annually, a substantial increase from the 84 million who utilized the airport in 2024. Construction could commence as early as 2029, with the runway anticipated to be operational by 2035, although the complete terminal expansion may extend until 2060. The projected cost of the runway alone stands at £21 billion, while the new terminals are estimated to cost £12 billion, and modernizing existing ones is expected to require an additional £15 billion. The expansion project is poised to displace approximately 750 homes in the vicinity and necessitate the construction of a new section of motorway between junctions 14 and 15 of the M25. Heathrow has asserted that the expansion would contribute nearly 0.5% to the UK GDP by 2050. Interestingly, the plans revive those approved by Parliament in 2018, which may exempt them from requiring another Commons vote unless significant deviations from the original blueprint are proposed. This development reduces the likelihood of facing opposition from within the cabinet. Transport Secretary Heidi Alexander has expressed her approval of the initial Heathrow expansion proposals, describing them as a crucial step toward unlocking growth and creating jobs. She has committed to reviewing the proposals over the summer and moving swiftly to advance this vital national infrastructure project. Ed Miliband, the Energy Secretary, who previously opposed the Heathrow expansion, has recently stated that it would be ridiculous to resign over the issue. He emphasized that the government's position allows for airport expansion as long as it aligns with the UK's legally binding carbon budgets. The latest budget from the Independent Climate Change Committee did not explicitly rule out airport expansion, but indicated that emissions from the aviation sector must decrease by 17% between 2023 and 2040. This underscores the need for Heathrow to demonstrate how it plans to reduce emissions associated with the increased aircraft traffic that would result from a third runway. The Climate Change Committee has suggested that the aviation industry can achieve emission reductions through investments in green technologies, such as sustainable aviation fuels and electric aircraft, or by curbing demand for air travel. Another contentious aspect of the expansion plans is the anticipated impact on the M25, the busiest motorway in the UK. Heathrow's proposal includes diverting the M25 into a tunnel at a cost of £1.5 billion to facilitate the construction of the new runway above it. Airport executives have assured the public that this diversion will not disrupt motorists. A new section of road, located 130 meters west of the existing M25, would be constructed, allowing for a seamless transition as traffic is redirected to the new section while the current M25 is closed for runway extension. Thomas Woldby, Heathrow's chief executive, has emphasized the urgency of the expansion, stating that the airport is currently operating at capacity, which hampers trade and connectivity. He has expressed readiness to mobilize and invest in the supply chain across the country, provided the government grants the necessary approvals and policy support. In 2024, Heathrow served 84 million passengers, averaging 230,000 daily, surpassing competitors like Amsterdam Schiphol, Frankfurt, and Paris Charles de Gaulle. However, these rival airports, equipped with multiple runways, continue to threaten Heathrow's position as Europe's primary airport hub. Advocates for the third runway argue that expansion is crucial to supporting Britain's global trade aspirations. Notably, the proposal submitted to the government is not the only plan for constructing a third runway. Hotel mogul Surinder Arora, a significant landowner at Heathrow, recently unveiled an alternative proposal that he claims would be more cost-effective and would not necessitate the reconstruction of the M25. Heathrow contends that the motorway must be redeveloped regardless to accommodate the anticipated increase in traffic resulting from the airport's expansion. Currently, Heathrow lacks rail connections to the west, with the Elizabeth Line and Heathrow Express services terminating there, and it will not be served by the upcoming HS2. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.